This is Steve Stefanik from In-House Coach, where success is just a walk down the hall. Today we're going to be talking about team and the dynamics of a team in terms of how you structure it. So first thing we look at is the roles of a team. These are the 5 most critical roles that we've come to realize here at Intero after studying for a couple years with In-House Coach. One is you need a visionary. A visionary is someone that sees the possibilities of how to pull together the organization in today's market with today's resources and with today's unique business skills that you have. The second is an exciter, someone that knows how to take that business model and take it in the marketplace and excite the customers. The third is a rainmaker, and this is a critical role, probably the most critical role in today's market where deals are few and far between. It's really someone who knows how to close that deal. Fulfiller is once that deal is closed, it's got to get done. You got to have someone that knows how to manage that escrow effectively, and it isn't just pushing paper. There's a lot of emotions, there's a lot of customer care that has to take place in that process. And last is a support person, and this is critical as well. These are the people that go out and take care of the day-to-day grind, so to speak, that's happening in the marketplace. So, if you have this team, the first thing you want to think about is how do you fit. There's very few here in my estimate of how many people really are like this. Visionaries, you got 1 or 2. In an office of 100, maybe 1, maybe 2 people really have that ability to see the future. So what you do is you look at industry pundits, you talk to your manager, you really figure out where you need to build your business that's going to be successful. Exciters, there's about 8 to 10 in each office. They know how to go out and get people to the table. Rainmakers, this is the rare gift once again in today's market, really critical. Only about 3 to 5 people out of 100 have that skill. Fulfillers, hey, they're a lot. They're a dime a dozen. But this is the way it is in the corporate world as well. There's very few executives, but a lot of people know how to get the job done once the executive declares what's going to happen. And lastly, there's about 10 plus. So these are people that have real estate license, but really they should be the people that are running around just taking care of putting the signs up, meeting inspectors, delivering flyers, that type of work. But here's the interesting piece that I want you to consider. Here's the price estimates that I've given based on these roles. And this is why it's so important for you to consider which role you are so you're not wasting your precious resource. One, if you're a visionary, very priceless. Like I said, very few people in the office have this. Exciter, this is about a $100 an hour job. This is someone that's going to make around $200,000 a year if they're on the right team. They know how to bring the business to the table. $100 an hour. Rainmaker, here's the big one, $250 an hour. If they're shooting for a $500,000, and most rainmakers are making that or above, their value at $40 at 40 hours a week, 50 weeks a year, divided by 500, that's $250 an hour. You want to make sure they stay in rainmaking. The fulfillers, $50 an hour. They're looking at making $100,000 a year. If you look in the real estate market, that's a really good deal for realtors to be making that kind of money today. So if you're a fulfiller, don't know how to close the business, align with a rainmaker, start making the money. You're about $50 an hour person. And then the support person, this is the one that you can find this cheaper as well, runs out and takes care of the flyers, manages the data entry and that kind of stuff associated with a lot of our listings. Anyway, they're shooting for about $50K a year. So based on this, we got 5 key roles. You need to identify what your key role is, right? And be realistic. There's only a few of you out there that are the real strong rainmakers. If you are a rainmaker, you need to build a team around you. If you're not a rainmaker, you need to align with the appropriate team that is generating business. Always be aware of what your value is in the market and make sure that you're aligning appropriately with the right team to get the most success out of today's dynamic real estate market. So In-House Coach, where success is just a walk down the hall. Come visit us.